Hello, everybody. It's a wonderful Sunday morning. I just spent an hour tending the garden, eating fresh ciabatta bread with, well, that wasn't from the garden. I ate ciabatta bread with fresh tomatoes, jalapenos, cucumbers, hot sauce. It was lovely. I sat and wrote on my new book, Uber Nights, which comes out August 15th. Welcome to the Hate Napkin. I fooled you. All right, folks. Yes, I am your co-host, Eric, again, stuck in the annals of hate in Columbia, South Carolina. And we are joined by our special guest, Carla from
Burnt Korn, Alabama,
where she is retired. All of her previous vocations are gone. She just spends her days hating away.
Somebody's got to do it.
That's right. She went from amateur hater to a professional hater.
I've gone pro.
She's got epaulets on her shoulder to prove it, folks. And we're also joined by our sound engineer sipping a gin and tonic without tonic or lime. Pauly from, he doesn't want to be called Pauly from Bali anymore. So we'll call him formerly Pauly from Bali, who is joining us somewhere in Southeast Asia. Where are we today, Pauly?
Back in the Ho Chi Minh City.
All right. Good morning, Vietnam.
It's nighttime.
I waited.
It's nighttime.
It's morning here.
It's morning here. It's, you know what? I waited 50, by this way, this is season 1, episode 58 of The Hate Napkin. I waited 58 episodes for that joke, and you just stumped on it, man. We're gonna do a rhyming game later, and the word's gonna be orange. By the way, Pauly,
I'm just happy that we're in time zones where we can have a drink together. Do you know what I mean? Like it's.
I know. I quit.
I can have my nightcap drink, and you can get started for the day.
That's just water in an old can. All right. By the way, as an aside, Pauly is wearing. Can you show off your shirt for those on YouTube? There we go. He's wearing his red Slim Jim shirt, and Pauly and I used to work for a newspaper, a publication in Columbia, and we used to spend editorial nights in a redneck membership bar called, what was it? Ale House?
It was on Rosewood, right? No, it was not. It was
on Beltline. I think it was called the Ale House. Anyways, it was a membership club, so they were open after hours. You had to pay $5. The membership was just whether they liked you or not. But here in South Carolina, in order to have a tavern or pub or drinking establishment, you have to have food, a kitchen. So their version, this place was a rundown redneck bar. Their version of a kitchen was a dude literally named Chef with a hot plate in the back. But on the menu, one of the highlights of the menu were Slim Jims. So we used to walk in and buy a box of Slim Jims and walk around going, Slim Jims for everyone.
Oh yeah. So I forget how it happened. I don't know if I think it was like an election at night or something. Something happens where I just wanted to buy all the rednecks at the bar like sad, and I was like, I think Barack Obama won, and I was like, just get everyone a Slim Jim.
I thought it was Michael Jackson's death.
That's what it was. You're right.
I'm pretty sure it was, because even though it was a redneck bar, it was a great mixture of black and white folks from all over the neighborhood, and we did a 3-hour karaoke of Michael Jackson music
with just total rednecks.
Right, but it was a nice mix. It was a very diverse crowd, and we just at one point went crazy, bought the whole box of Slim Jims, and started going Slim Jims for everyone.
How do you do Michael Jackson karaoke in a redneck bar? Billie Jean is not my sister. I mean,
well, the nice thing is that pedophiles don't see any race or color. So there was a couple redneck pedophiles there that really loved Michael Jackson.
I'm sorry I brought up the story. Anyways, we did this thereafter. We would go in and just buy a dozen and just hand them to perfect strangers and go Slim Jims for everyone. But
and people loved it. People loved getting a free Slim Jim. I mean, sometimes it would really pay off because the Slim Jims were maybe, I don't know, 50 cents each, 10 cents, and then someone would like send you a drink.
Yeah, I mean, you spent 50 cents and you got a shot of old granddad.
Right. Slim Jims for everyone. I do just remember going in, like I go into that door, and instead of like screaming, you know, like when you walk into Cheers, you're like Norm. I walk in and I'm like Slim Jims for everyone.
I know this is the hate napkin. We'll get to hate eventually, but there was the time we had a massive flash flooding in Colombia, and we were in the bar already, and the bar was in a depression in more than one ways, but a physical one as well. And literally there was 3 feet of water standing outside the bar within minutes. And if you opened the door, water started to pour in. I remember the ATM short circuited, but people, this is a local bar. Nobody was going to get away from having their drinks. People literally canoed, kayaked, and took other paddling devices to the bar, and outside the parking lot, it was filled with canoes and kayak. And then every time somebody wanted to get in, water would rush in.
That was definitely one of the funniest nights I've ever had.
Yeah, so that's kind of a little bit of our history, and definitely I've obviously bought Pauly a Slim Jim shirt to celebrate our ridiculousness. So anyways, also I see, Carla, you have your Haiti in the background.
I do. I keep it close to me.
We're going to get around to the Haiti episode one of these days. It's coming soon, folks, to a YouTube, Spotify, Anchor FM, or whatever Audible podcast sphere things are out there. I think we're on all of them. You'll get to
spoiler alert, I won.
Oh, damn, I gave it away.
You two idiots. This episode's gonna happen like 2 months after.
Oh yeah.
The Hades comes out like next
Pauly
week.
is also our official chronologist.
Do you guys know how time works? Hey.
Not here.
No, I don't. I don't wear a watch.
I know, but Eric's drinking in the morning, so there you go.
We're both located in the deep south. Time ended a long, many eons ago. All right. Anyway, so we're gonna get around to hate. Our sponsor is Anchor FM. If you want to do a podcast as ridiculous and absurd as ours and have virtually no talent, head on over to Anchor FM. They will hit you up, and maybe you too can get one avid admirer in Tulsa, Oklahoma. Living in their mother's, you know what? I don't even think they're living in their mother's basement. They're living in their grandmother's basement.
No, she has her own house.
No, not her. She's a real fan. I was speaking of theoretical one fan that we have.
Right, on trailer.
Right, on trailer. That's right. Okay, anyway, so here on the show, we list the things we hate. We talk about it, but apparently Carla reached deep into the annals of our mailbag today and came up with something. So we'll go with the hate mail first.
We have one that's short and sweet. Arik, Paul, and Carla, your show is stupid and you are not funny. You're mean. The world is a tough place to navigate. You're not being helpful. Why don't you start a program called the Love Napkin? It would be more productive. Sheila. Well, Sheila, I don't know what to tell you. We already had the signs made. It's too late.
Yeah, I mean, that sign was a year's worth of sponsorship from I won't name, since they didn't give us another sign, I'm not going to list them anymore. The Love Napkin, I don't know. That sounds like something you shove up yourself after an erotic episode.
There's one right here. I was too lazy to clear off my computer desk. Should we mail it to Sheila? Should we mail?
I would think that's something you go into a gas station and pay 50 cents for in the bathroom. You know, you can get Love Napkin, ribbed ribbed or not ribbed or flavored. You can get a flavored, you know, you can get a flavored love napkin. Who knows where that mouth has been and what that used napkin tastes like.
I don't know.
I kind
Well,
of agree.
Go
I
ahead,
kind of
Sheila.
agree with
You even
Sheila.
have the balls. Go ahead.
I don't want to dog on Sheila. I kind of agree with her. It should be the love napkin.
Well, I kind of agree with her that the show sucks. But she didn't have the balls to tell us where she is. That I got that's a thumbs down for that.
The ovaries.
Yeah.
She didn't have the ovaries to tell us where.
Oh.
Come on.
Yeah, that's true. Oh boy, I was gonna go with the story, but we're going in a different direction. All right, well, Sheila, noted. We appreciate criticism here at the Hate Napkin.
Oh, I do. I'm not mad.
Yeah, there'll be fallout though. Both Pauly and Carla are going to get pay deductions. This was perfect, Sheila. Thank you. When it comes to performance review, I can just pull out your email. Okay, well, let's head to the napkin of hate, and what are we going to put on there today? I've got so many things. Does somebody else want to go first? I feel like
I do have one.
yeah, go ahead. Let's go ahead, Carla.
People who text me after hours for business, and I always, because of spammers and scammers, I always give them the phone number to the office and tell them to call the office if they need some help. Inevitably, they act offended that I don't have this extended conversation over what they want to talk about at 9 o'clock on a Friday night when I'm out of the house. There is an appropriate place and time. So Friday night, I gave up with this asshole who was so persistent, called their number, and they had the balls to not answer and then text me that they were too busy to pick up the phone. So I was like, fine. So I went back to my dinner. 30 minutes later, they start texting me again. And I told them I don't do business by text message. If they want to help, they need to call the office, which actually gets forwarded to my phone, but they're too stupid to know that.
That's fine.
So I told them, I don't do business by text message. Don't text me anymore. Call the office. Next text is, in all caps, I want to file a complaint with you. You're rude. Who's your boss?
Mr. Queen.
I have to call the office to file the complaint.
Well, I texted back, knock yourself out. And then I texted him a photo of a hammer.
The really sad thing about all this is
never got any angry calls at the office. Never.
The really sad thing about this is, as the retired manager of the local Dairy Queen, this guy wants a blizzard so bad on a weekend night.
No, I'm doing a little gig work on the side.
Okay.
And it isn't the Dairy Queen. I'm done with deli bars.
I wish I was done with bars too.
Me too.
Okay, yeah, no, you know what? My entire professional career, I've never allowed anybody to do anything with me on a cell phone. I don't put my work email on a cell phone, on a personal. I mean, yeah, work is work, play is play, and go away otherwise. I don't care if I'm on salary. If you want, I'm home now. I'm not at work.
Call the office.
The office.
Where I will not answer until Monday morning.
I like that. Okay, that's valid. That's pure hate. Leave me the fuck alone unless I'm clocked in.
Because if you're going to harass me so long that I finally interrupt my dinner, get up, go outside and call you, and you have the balls to say, I'm busy. I can't talk right now. Well, then neither can I.
And you know what? Whatever service they were desperately in need of, that's just not how you approach people.
And
You're
trust me, there was nothing I could do for them on a Friday night. And
right. But I
would
mean,
not have waited until Monday.
something that you really need done. Do you think it's going to help if you act like an asshole? I mean, they're going to piss in your stew.
Oh, that is such a nice.
Some people keep guns in the house. This is what I have by my bed. It's
nice.
I'm wondering what Sheila has on her nightstand. Does Sheila have like pink flower petals to throw at someone, or what is she?
Scented candles.
Like a scented candle, or she lights some incense. Light some incense if someone walks in the house.
Yeah, but if they're lit camels, if they're lit candles, they can hurt. I mean, you know, that could leave a mark.
Lit incense can take your eye out.
Yeah, exactly.
Everything's a weapon.
Maybe just strong perfume, which is really annoying in the workplace, you know, when an intruder
Sheila has a doily that she'll throw a doily at you.
Doily, ninja doilies. By the way, my first marriage, I married a woman from super rural Minnesota whose father was the Lutheran minister in town. 75% of the wedding gifts we got were doilies, knitted doilies that some old lady had knit. I was like, we're gonna have to make 85 casseroles to make use of all of these. But I never thought of the ninja doily. So I think actually I'm gonna put that next to the hammer.
That's better than a love napkin. That is more effective than a love napkin.
Like a 5-pointed Chinese star with it.
Well, yeah, actually, that's a good idea. Why don't you just put the doily over a Chinese star? You got one, Pauly?
I have one. Yeah.
Let's go ahead. Let's hear from Pauly.
I was visiting my my pops at home, and you know, older people tend to go to bed early, you know, maybe 9 p.m. or something, 10 p.m. What I hate, not old people. What I hate are appliances that go ding, ding, ding. All of these appliances that just make a shitload of noise, like I thought there was a fire drill happening. I'm like, oh no, my coffee's reheated. I thought the whole building was on fire. Oh no, my coffee's ready. Oh, are we being invaded by the Russians? Is there a nuclear sub about to shoot? Oh no, my toast just popped up.
Exactly.
Why are these appliances?
Okay, so I bought a new refrigerator, and after the door's been open for a minute, it does like a radio alarm clock. And it's like, I know my door is open. I'm in the middle of getting ready for dinner, pulling stuff out of it. So I call them and it's like, is there any way I can turn this off? No. I think that's the thing I hate more, is that there's no option to turn off the alarm for elderly people.
Just have an option to turn it off. Well, and I have a brother that sleeps all day, so that I could never do laundry. I'm like, oh well, the laundry will wake my brother up when the machine stops. It's gonna go.
Oh yeah,
I'm like, I can't eat. You know, I can't have a snack after 9 p.m. because that'll wake my dad up. Like, I couldn't use any of the appliances.
So you went out back, lit a fire, and roasted a rabbit you caught.
I don't understand who thinks that toast is that important. It's like, I'd rather lose a piece of toast once a year. I'd rather forget about a piece, like, oh, I lost a piece of toast. It's not like you're not losing a child. There's no real danger.
It's not like you walked in the parking lot and you left your
toast
baking. It's not like you're Eric Clapton in the parking lot with your baking child in the BMW.
It's just a piece of bread. Okay, and if I forgot about my coffee being heated, maybe I didn't need the coffee that bad. It's fine.
You know what? I actually
remember it's in there.
I would like it if somebody put a sensor in the toilet. That was like, you forgot to flush, asshole. That I would appreciate. That's the only
That
one
would
I
be
would.
useful.
That would be useful. If the dryer one, listen, yeah, I know my comforter is in the dryer, and finished. You know how I know that? Because when I went to bed, it wasn't on the bed. Oh my God, somebody broke into my house and stole my comforter. Where could it be? Jesus, I don't have any underwear. Oh my God. Oh, that's right. They're in the dryer. I'll go get them out. The dryer alarm is the worst. And you know what's sad is this is just going to keep happening for other appliances. I mean, it will never end.
Just stop with
being
the alarms we don't need alarms on the lamps. We don't need alarms on fans. We don't need alarms. We don't need alarms on our appliances. This is on the hate napkin, and
yeah, and it's a really good one. We got a couple of classics here today. Well, I wanted to go with the early pangs of love as the thing I hate.
He hates love.
Sorry, Sheila.
I was gonna go with Dodge Challengers, but instead, let's just go with love. I'll tell you why I hate Dodge Challengers really quick though. Because I think they're the equivalent of the F-350 truck for non-whites. It's just non-whites don't get F-350s, they get Dodge Chargers or whatever. It's the Charger, the Challenger, but we all know what I'm talking about, the Neo muscle car. But I pulled up to a gas station yesterday. I had to follow this Dodge Charger that was going like 20 miles an hour. Pulled in, they got ahead of me in line at the gas station. It was a grandma getting lotto cards. Some dude had driven his mom or grandma to the gas station. And so I ended up following a Charger, getting stuck behind Lotto grandma. And I was like, oh God, that's ultimate. But we'll go more in depth to the Charger Challenger at a later date. I hate love. I really hate love. I'm sick of it. It's bullshit. The whole idea that two people could ever be together in any capacity whatsoever. It makes no sense to me. I've been single for the most part for 11 years. I finally found somebody I was interested in. The good thing is this episode won't come out until we're probably married. Or she won't be speaking to me anymore. One of the two. I can't stand it. I'm no good at it. I wasn't allowed to date as a kid. I grew up in a really conservative kind of cult. So by the time I got to college, I didn't know what to do with the person of romantic interest, which is the opposite sex in my case. I just don't know what to do. So I fall apart. I go from how's the weather to what's the meaning of life in 25 seconds. And darn if that doesn't scare the average person sitting at a bar trying to have a good time. I think they'd rather get a call from the office. So that's okay. You guys can make as much fun of me as you want.
No, I like that you came. Sheila said this should be the love napkin, and you once again, we came full circle.
Wait, full circle?
Full circle into the love napkin to wrap up.
Yeah. Oh, wrap up.
Wrap
up with the love napkin. Now, let's do this. Let's wipe it up with the love napkin. Folks, welcome again to another ridiculous episode of the Hate Napkin. Sheila, we're sorry we disappointed you again. If you come into our houses or call us after hours, you got to get the hammer. We're sponsored by Anchor FM and THN Creamy Butter. Whenever you've got some extra milk, just send it to Carla and Burnt Korn and she'll turn it for you.
Oh, and Sheila's caramel hard candies. Keep them at the nightstands and offer them to intruders because love is all you
actually, if you handed out Werther's candy to intruders, they probably would leave. Like old people candy.